What's up, guys? It's Black and you're bringing some more RA content. Today we have PrinzPi, or is it PrinzPi? I'm not sure. Playing as the pinkish red Ukraine. PrinzPi is a pretty good player, really aggressive player. His opponent for today is going to be TTTPPP in his traditional yellow, playing as Germany. This is going to be an interesting matchup. PrinzPi, very aggressive, loves to hunt down your harvesters and do a lot of eco flanks. TTTPPP, on the other hand, tends to be a little bit more passive. Both players are tier 1.5 junkies, so we're not going to see too much tech if the game goes on long, but who knows. Last time I cast TTTPPP, he did some crazy aggressive base push, so just because somebody tends to be more passive doesn't mean they're always going to play passive. As you can see, TTTPPP actually doing a War Factory rush. That's a very interesting. There's only one oil derrick on this map. The map is Malevolence. So it's I think it's an interesting map. I like the idea that I came up with behind it. You have the one oil derrick, so you're not going to get a whole lot of early eco with the oil derricks that you can see on a lot of maps. These comm centers kind of come into play a lot of times. You'll just barely catch an army right here, or if like you've gone this way first for some reason, like this would better protect your flank. There's a hospital that I don't think I've ever actually seen captured in any of the games that I've seen on this. And the last little thing is you have like this gem mine that is behind these clock bridges, so if you really want to, you could go straight down and then take the gem mine this way, and that would kind of really open up the map and kind of prevent your opponent from taking, like, this is like their natural gem mine. So like if PrinzPi goes here, because this is closer, just a little bit of a expansion, and you can go here and then quickly drop a ref here. If you do take it like this path, then it's really easy just to lock down this gem mine. You can either go from here and then base push towards here and then have a refinery on this side, or you can just repair the bridge on this side, drop a refinery, and then move over here, and then it's completely cut off. It's gonna be interesting what TTTPPP does here. Looks like he's going super greedy. It'd be really fun if this rifle got crushed, but it looks like it's just gonna miss it. Yeah, that refinery is a little bit poorly placed. He probably should have built racks after ref and then refinery. There's not going to be much that TTTPPP can really worry about unless these infantry were coming there really quickly, which is, I think, what I did to Fazar in the Caution Cup. I just went with an early base push, or not base push, early rifle pressure with a few grands, and I think that's actually because that's what Margaret did to me in one of these games, or maybe it was some sort of Smurf. I'm not sure who it is. I'm just going to assume it was Margaret, but they played really well. The game went on for like 40 plus minutes, but it was pretty much over after like the first couple minutes with that rush. It was really effective, so don't think that you can never learn something new with this game, because you always can. Looks like TTTPPP is gonna put out a rifle after he's got 4 harvesters, which is fine. He's gonna go back for, no, it looks like he's just gonna pump out a MCV after 4 harvesters. I mean, that's okay. This light tank's just gonna be able to scout, but wow, looks like PrinzPi doing something kind of crazy right here, moving out this NMC before he even got this patch. Gonna be interesting. I mean, he can crawl here and take this and this relatively easily now, but that light tank's gonna go down to a lot of rockets. But yeah, that, it really didn't do too much to do this. TTTPPP actually did with a kind of a build that works well against that, and that's just gonna be an early SE in the War Factory rush. So PrinzPi is gonna be on a lower, slower build up than TTTPPP for a while. P already up to 2 racks, where he's on 2 racks, but he's not really producing because he only has 3 harvesters, and this harvester is going the wrong direction. I mean, it's fine. It's gonna grab, I guess he had, yeah, never mind, I'm stupid. 2 harvesters. This harvester, bad rally point out of the War Factory, just naturally went up to there, and it's gonna come down there. It should mine from down there from now on. TTTPPP is gonna actually catch that engineer, just barely. Yeah, MCV, I think, spotted it. But that flak could be really dangerous if he doesn't deploy soon, but looks like it was just going to get chased away by the rifles. Even's got a pillbox to really take care of that flak, so this is going pretty well for TTTPPP in the early game. Yeah, another bad, I don't know if that rifle or that, this is just confusing. It's breaking my brain. Harvester logic in this game is something to be desired. Let's leave it at that. TTTPPP going to kill this comm center right here. That's fine. It's just gonna deny that vision from him. I do like he has a whole bunch of scouts over here. He's got like a lot of rifles on the edges, so there's nothing really gonna surprise him. And he's even got the hospital in the middle. So for the first time I've ever seen the hospital was captured, and I think that's just because Trip T didn't go with an engineer at all. I'd be really shocked if he didn't go for it at some point, because these gem mines are kind of very valuable. If you don't go for them, then you're on let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so I guess you don't necessarily need them. However, that gem mine really does make a difference in the late game on this map. If you don't have the gem mine, it can really hurt your eco, especially if your opponent does. It's so much better to have all that extra gem income. Plus, since you can only place the refiner like here, it kind of naturally lets your harvester efficiently mine that, where, you know, if you could place it right next to it, then harvester would just likely go away, especially if there's ore nearby. So the unfortunate thing about gem mines that I'd also like to see fixed, but again, that's getting into harvester logic, and that's obviously something that's a can of worms. A lot of medium tanks out here, and Trip T doesn't even have, or I'm sorry, PrinzPi doesn't even have a heavy tank out yet. It's probably going to be rolling out soon. No, he's going with the MCV, so yeah, this early move out really didn't do much for Prince at all. He didn't even, I don't even think he's ahead in army value anymore with all these medium tanks that got pumped out, and he's even expansion behind, so was it worth it? I'm not so sure. It was a little bit interesting, I guess. It, you know, if you wanted to be early aggressive, it could catch your opponent off guard, but for some reason, Trip T's the more aggressive one this game, and Prince is kind of being a little bit more defensive, so maybe it's just switching up his playstyle. And like I said, no matter how much you think you know a player, they'll always do something to surprise you, so it's like Trip T is going to go right into here. You probably should kill that out, so you maybe just misclicked it, or it's just, yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's quite a big army, but the difference is, you know, I like the mechanic mix in there, but the 4 tanks could crush that army, even with a defense support, I think. But Trip T is going to be a little bit more passive now, just retreat back, that's fine. He's got his kind of half of the map, and PrinzPi is just now establishing and getting his half of the map, so not a whole lot of trading going on in this game, only 1,400 lost for Trip T, or destroyed rather, so that's his bold move with the MCV moving out like that, but he is backing it up with his army, so not a great engagement from either of these sides, but the tanks are going to make the turns. But oh no, that tank! Ooh, that MCV, a little bit leading the charge there. He does have a mechanic. Hopefully he's smart enough to recover it. He should, especially since he chased the army off. But mechanics are on the same select level, so it can be hard to try to get him. He needs to get it in the MCV. Send it in the MCV, please! Come on, Trip T, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. It's still time. There's still time. It's gonna be close. Oh, barely gets it. You had me worried there for a second, but really good job cleaning up the army there. Even recover the MCV house, so definitely worth it. Gonna need an engineer to. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, it looks like he did grab that oil there, so he's gonna come down here and grab this gem mine, which rarely have I seen on this map. Usually it's these ones that's taken on your home side, but yeah, he's gonna be really good here. That was a really good engagement over here. He's even set up over here, so I think Prince is actually in a lot of trouble with this. That early build order just didn't work out well for him. He's gonna try a fancy flank over here, but it's actually gonna run into 2 medium tanks over there. And these medics really getting their overtime in, healing up all this infantry. I'm not sure how much of it was wounded, but, you know, every 2 heals at a rifle at health is, you know, $100 save, so. And those 2 rockets actually gonna kill the rifle there, so, you know, those 2 medics just paid for themselves pretty much. Heavy tank's gonna come over here with those 2 tanks, get spotted. Trip T should probably respawn to that, or at least be aware of it. I like that he's on 3 MCV, wow. So he's got this one to really cut off the middle. You don't see 3 MCVs a lot anymore, but I think as the game goes on, it's actually something you want. Just to have, you know, better defense coverage. Looks like we are seeing a tier 2 transition from PrinzPi, and he's got his first yak out and 3 V2s. Those V2s get a really good juicy episode there. He's got the yak, so he does have the vision, and pretty good shot, good move order as soon as he heard the V2. So Trip T was very aware. This tank is going to get through and probably get a harvester. Looks like Trip T kind of forgot about that. That MCV is actually probably going to go down from the yak if he chases it. Oh, gets it on the crash. But once again, Trip T does have a mechanic there, so let's see if he can get it over there in time. I don't think it's going to happen this time, though. Oh. PrinzPi is going to push in there. Yeah, I don't think that's good. He probably should retreat. He's gonna lose the heavy tank for it, but that's fine. 4 V2s, overkill over there, misses pretty much everything. I think PrinzPi could win this if he had some good V2 shots, but we'll have to see. This heavy tank over here. This heavy tank's finally gonna get the harvester. And it looks like TTTPPP not really paying attention to it. Got lucky there that the harvester decided to move away. Big engagement here. His tanks are kind of in a bad position. But yeah, all of his rockets are in the back here, so these tanks are gonna slowly just chip away at his armory. These flame towers are doing a lot of work though. Oh, the yaks are gonna go down idling. That's not great. Didn't even need him there. He had the vision anyways. And these medics definitely getting paid their overtime. Push is finally gonna get stopped. V2s just wasted all their shots, and the bulk of the army is over here. So yeah, they're gonna go down. Really good move order right here, just pressuring those V2s. They are the same speed as the medium tanks, so if you're getting close like that, they're not gonna get away. And he's gonna lose all those V2s for pretty much nothing there. That is a lot of rockets over here though, and that pillbox is actually a really great position. He's gonna probably try to come in and kill a harvester, and it's just gonna eat away at those rockets. He stopped just on the outside, and yeah, slowly pokes away there. TTTPPP looking in a really good position here. Probably should move over here and take this gem mine, since PrinzPi's kind of stuck there. He is on tier 3 now, so maybe a IC will be coming out soon. That can make a difference. He's gonna switch to mammoth tanks, which mammoth tanks against allies always pretty good. Heavy tanks are already better than a heavy tank, like just armor and damage bonus. Armor or damage wise, and then you factor in a mammoth tank that has more armor and can shoot infantry too, and that could be really good. Decent engagement here. Not the best angle of attack, but Prince doesn't have any tanks, so these mediums are going to have a good field day. He's going to lose quite a bit of them just because there was a lot of rockets there, but I still think that the trade-off is probably worth it. But he's going to retreat before he finished it off, probably because he saw the MC was there. That's fine. Looks like he's got a second war factory out. Looks like that heavy tank did get one harvester and managed to get cleaned up by the well, maybe it just came down here. The TTTPPP needs to be a little bit more careful like that. That was what lost him the game against Korea, was not team care of his eco, but he seems to be doing an okay job so far this game. Gonna finally counterattack somewhere else, which I think is good. He should know that PrinzPi is on tier 2. Probably is going to see tier 3 soon, so that should be a cue for him to go tier 2, and he looks like he is 10 seconds away, which is always good. He has a choice here. Once you hear that testicle, it's either go in or just retreat. He's going to go in, which I think is the right decision. Just needs to get these tanks in a good position. Yeah, I think he could push all the way in there if he really tried, but he's going to retreat again. Got a lot going on here on this flank. These two flanks actually intercept each other, and looks like PrinzPi ended up having a little bit better there just because of where he caught the tank, but that's still a really lethal army over there. PrinzPi rallying down all this. Looks like that heavy tank finally did die. Did kill the harvester though. There's a lot of flame towers over there, but there's also a lot of medium tanks. Not a whole lot of rockets. Looks like the majority of them got intercepted up here. So it's actually pretty bad. If he keeps these tanks moving, he'll be fine, but the mammoth's gonna kill all the infantry there just by the range. Yeah, he should probably just take over that. That would make all the difference. I don't think he saw the tech center. Nope, he did not. But yeah, this tanks right there are actually going to be pretty good. And these pillboxes are just going to chip away at all that infantry. It's really nicely placed there. Needs one turret just to kind of, stop the push over there. Yep, those rifles were forfeit. I like what they're doing. They're pretty much just buying time for this. Oh, parabombs. Decent angle right there. Got a lot of value. These two airships are probably going to go down if he just attacks through them. Yeah, unfortunately does go down. Really could have saved that, but yeah, he's going to get the airstrip. Maybe that one too. That's always good. Denying and resetting that as a Ukrainian player is always pretty good. It's actually got a pretty decent angle here. And there's only one tank for Prince, so if that goes down, he'll probably be okay because of the vision, but those medium tanks got the two harvesters over there, which is really nice. He does have that turn over there, which is really good. It's going to shut down the Tesla coils coming there. That army did get cleaned up, but I think it got a lot of good value. And, yep, TTTPPP is going to... Okay, he's going to move to the center. That's fine. I think taking over here would be more beneficial. He still has a lot of eco here, too, that he's not really focusing on. So once again, TTTPPP, you need to clean up your eco just a little bit, but otherwise I think you're looking really good this game. Prince was, I think tier 3 is a good decision. It's just, he doesn't really have the punch that he's had. TTTPPP's been on so aggressive and, you know, kind of flanking him, but Prince really hasn't had a time to settle and get a good engagement here. He's trying to do some stuff here with the test coil to deny the gems, which is good, but just not enough. The medics were healing up over the Mammoth's tusk, but yeah, that medium tanks are going to be able to clean that up. They're going to get the 2 V2s too. You know, if he keeps them on this move too, he's going to be able to clean up a lot of these flame towers. That Vet 2 medium tank starts to pull its weight. Some spies would be really great here. You know, you always want spies as allies. Even still though, Mammoths and heavy tanks wreck Vet 1 medium tanks. I think it's like until Vet 3 that they kind of start trading even. Little flank over here. There's definitely a lot of rocks there that's going to get at least 1 harvester. Looks like TTTPP's not on it yet. He's rallying all this stuff here, and he's going to be able to clean that up. Loses the Vet 2 tank, that sucks, but he does lose 2 harvesters up here before he realizes that. Yeah. He's going to push in here, and this is kind of the majority of Prince's army. He doesn't really have a whole lot to stop it afterwards. V2 goes down, her large squish over there. Another turret pops down and kills that test coil. It still hasn't got any value yet, and you can't really push without infantry, without a flame tower or something at least, but that turret would stop down that really quickly. TTTPPP hasn't really made use of any of his tier 2, but I do see that he's finally on tier 3. That is a very interesting spot for his tech. I guess he only has 2 MCVs, so over here it'd be a little dangerous. Tanya is going to be really good. Let's see where she is. She's going to come over here. Another testicle going to go down. It's probably going to barely win. Let's see if TTTPPP has another. It looks like he's got an A gun. That's a interesting choice. I mean, 1 A gun probably pretty good, but needs another turret there. But I don't think Prince has really anything to stop this. Yeah, he's going to kill the harvester up there, but you know, if Prince just lets this fold, then he's going to be in a little trouble. He does have V2 or 2 V2s there, so that could make a difference. This testicle is finally going to do some work. Get one of those harvesters in a minute or 2. That's a really good pillbox there. And here comes this over here, Tanya. Oh, see the importance of medics with the Tanya. Saved her twice. Yeah, PrinzPi is just going to get pushed back there, especially with that Tanya living. All that infantry is gone. The V2s went down. This is a lot of where his tech axis are too. Decent V2 strike there. But as soon as the assault moves there, he's going to kill the V2 with the medium tanks. That's really good there. Tanya going to get some veterancy. She's already up to Vet 2. Probably going to get close to Vet 3 after that. Testicle did kill that 2 harvesters over there. Yeah, I think this is game for PrinzPi. He doesn't have much left. He's got 1 Carnyard, you know, his radar's over there, and he's still got a War Factory, but it's gonna die soon. Another good V2 shot. Doesn't get Tanya, unfortunately. Yeah, this is actually gonna... Oh, barely missed the V2 there. Another good V2 shot. It's really been really good with that, but he can't fight into that Tanya, unfortunately. She's Vet 3 now, which is always scary. She might actually get up to Elite. It's gonna be very close, but looks like there's another flank over here. Get another 2 harvesters. So once again, Prince or TTTPP's eco's kind of getting raided, but at this rate, I don't think it actually matters in this game. And then unlike Creo, TTTPPP builds longbows, kills those V2s. So that's really good to see. V2 shot misses. That V2 shot, still barely misses. Tanya definitely gonna go lead after that. Oh, no, she dies. That's sad. But once again, this game's pretty much over. It's just the waning moments of the game. This heavy tank that was blocking the War Factory that wasn't building anything got cleaned up. 2 harvesters dead there, so yep, TTTPP's only has the 1 harvester, but at the same time, it's pretty much even, since this is always going to have a full load really quickly, and these 2 harvesters are going to kind of fight over those 2. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say, other than TTTPPP played this really well. PrinzPi did something a little bit weird, and it did not work out for him. Gem Mine could have probably gotten, and You know, like I've said countless times, Trip T's eco tends to be a little bit weaker than it should be, but he is playing really smart. I do like he's being a little more aggressive, base pushing with the third MCV that he did. He's even recovering this, which is always great. And he's just going to slowly chip away at this. He's got the longbow right there, and there's nothing to really stop that. Yeah, rockets, but longbows can, as you can see, kite them pretty well. He's going to locust harvest the gem mine right there and not have to go over the bridge right there, which is smart, but yeah, Prince can't really do anything like that about that army. Doesn't have any MCV build radius. As soon as he gets these tanks in front, he should be okay. Just a little bit slow on it. There we go. All that's gonna get cleaned up. I don't think he's gonna even lose a heavy tank. Nope, never mind. He's gonna lose tank. Caster's Curse. But the harvesters are getting pulled. They're gonna kill all the infantry, but these longbows more than enough to deal with it. And 2 tanks. Even got a Blackhawk there, so barely gets that longbow away. That was close. Could actually just force land it and have a mechanic repair. That'd be interesting. Haven't seen that in a long time. He's just gonna snipe out the rocket soldiers, maybe? Could do it. I think they have enough. But here comes the reinforcements. And that'll probably be it. There's 1 test coil, and PrinzPi has this little army. That's it. Once these get rallied up, that'll probably be it. Although, I could see Trip T just kind of slowly letting this game throw away if he doesn't recover his eco. These rocket soldiers are going to look for more harvesters, but there's just the one. And yeah, he's completely broke. And Prince has actually earned more, and that's probably just because of this eco. It hasn't been managed that great. He's building another refinery. It's probably going to go down right here. Although, I think over here would probably be better and reestablish on the gems, but there is a testicle there. So he could use the longbows to kill that. He does place the refinery there, so that's going to pretty much double his income right now, which is really important. He's probably been stalled for like the past minute. Yeah, you can see that earnings graph. This is probably where the eco harass started, and this was like the last one where he was pushing in, killing Prince's main base, and just not paying attention to his eco there. But at the same time, you can see this is where Prince probably lost his first expansion, and then the main base there, and these gems are slowly gonna make him go up faster. But I don't know. I think this game's over, but it's still going. There's always that chance. But I think, gotta be careful with those. But yeah, this is only MCV, and it's gonna go down. After that, Prince won't be able to recover. And there's plenty of medics to deal with the black harass there, so. Yep, MCV is not gonna even get away, and that's probably gonna be GG. Bad move order there too, unfortunately. So, medics really were really impactful this game. Oh, and he even captures the husks with the mechanic. That's really nice. So he was 2 out of 3 for husk on this game. So definitely well played by Trip T. Looking really good. It's gonna be really excited to see you in Raggle this season. I think you're gonna, if you keep playing like this, you're gonna do really well in your division. Raggle this season is probably gonna be pretty interesting with the with Creo and Fazar and seeing how they place. There is a lot of flax and rockets. That's an interesting combination. I've tried that before. It doesn't work so great. That technician not going to be able to kill that rock soldier, unfortunately, but yeah, Prince is trying his best here. He's not going to give up. He doesn't need that MCV. He thinks he's got flax and he's got those rockets, and you know, if the flax stay alive and then the tanks die, then maybe he could. I mean, he'd have to snipe out all the medics, and there's quite a few of them there, but you know, there's always a chance. Maybe Trip T feels like he's a little bit more behind in this game than he is, and maybe Prince thinks that there's a chance to come back. There always is, you know. But that should probably scare him, because he doesn't really have anything to do with Tanya except the flax. And yeah, the medics will definitely outheal that. That flak is gonna find the army. And here we go. We're gonna have, I see some flamethrowers in there, so this could actually be really good. But he's gonna have to sacrifice a lot of these flaks just to tank. Yeah, and those medics are just really making a difference there. Although those flames are slowly starting to burst everything down. But he lost all his rockets and he doesn't have anything to do with the medium tanks. There comes the air. And there's the GG, so... yeah, that was a pretty good game. Well played by TTTPPP, obviously. Really liked his use of mechanics and medics. Just needs to be a little bit more careful with that eco, like I said. You know, he's still only on 2 harvesters this late in the game is pretty bad, but yeah, he did not have eco. Yeah, and TTTPPP was aware of it too. So, but the base pushing with the MCVs were really good. Even going triple NCV, which is kind of crazy. You don't see that too often. I think it worked out decently well. And then the Tanya was really good. Lost her a little bit carelessly right here, but it happens. PrinzPi on the other hand, you know, just had a kind of a wacky build order. I think Caddy played a little bit more straight up. It had gone a lot better for him, but really well played by these guys, and I'll see you next week.